what do you see, and what do you tell women who they,
Yeah.
revere you as a role model, and rightly so for your
Yeah.
influencer status?
It's like, oh, okay, I'm an influencer on like getting a divorce. Great. No, no. So I mean, I posted something on TikTok a couple weeks ago, and now it's starting to get traction. And it was like, I love being single, and I just repeated it. I was like, I love being single, and the amount of men. This went on the wrong side of TikTok, but the amount of men that were just commenting on it, being like, oh, well, you're just used and abused. Like, this is why you're gonna be the best friend next door, like for the rest of your life. Just like all this nonsense. And I was like, what is just so much hate when like a woman is like, I don't need a man, right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't need a man. And then these I'm not hating on men in general. I'm hating on these type of men that are commenting these things.
Mhm.
I'm like, what am I doing that's bothering you, that I'm able to like be in my car, have a smile on my face, and say I love being single? And truth be told, I do love being single right now. We want to know why? Because I was in a relationship since I was 24 years old, and I'm 32 now, and I'm discovering so many parts of myself, and I'm discovering how to be in love with myself again. I think that that is what you need to be able to be in, I believe, in another successful marriage in my future. Will bank on my own happiness, because I don't believe that your happiness should only come from your partner. I think that you should be happy and in a great place before you get into another relationship. And I think that there's so much trauma and there's so much work that I have on myself. I'm freezing my eggs now so that I won't have that, feeling of that biological clock ticking, that I need to settle
Great, yeah.
down. I really want to be selective. I've never been a girl that was just relationship after relationship, like with like no time in between. I've really been someone that has probably had like a year to 2 years in between relationships to really discover myself. And now, I'm 32. I've been single for a little over a year now, and there's no one in my sight right now, but I'm just really enjoying this time being with
Right. And
myself,
I think
discovering
women are
myself.
changing their standards and saying, I want a
Yes.
real partnership of equals. I think some of the men you're talking about, they comment on my stuff sometimes
Yeah.
too, are
Yeah.
threatened by that. And
Yes.
I've even
Totally.
seen comments like, oh, yeah, it's great to be single until there's a home invasion. Like, who's going to protect you? And I have to
Yeah, and then they're
remind
like,
them,
"Oh, I'm sure you took." They're like, "I'm sure you took 50% of his money." I'm like, "What?" Like, there was a like,
Yeah.
but and even in my
yeah.
divorce, that like our money was completely separate, so there was not even any money transactions that happened. So I'm like, people are just making things up based on what they think the notion of divorce is, right? And I think
I
that
think
they're
those men are jealous
oh,
of you
Yes,
totally,
because they need a woman.
yes, exactly.
precisely.
And I think that it just goes to show that there does need to be more of these conversations that are celebrate celebrating divorce in a sense, because it's like, why are we looking at it in such a bad light at and I mean, there's obviously bad things that happen with divorce, but to see a good light from it, I think that it's like, why do we have to hide behind this, like, oh, this is
Yeah.
embarrassing that I got divorced? It's like,
Well,
no, it's actually really freaking cool when you chose
Yes.
yourself and you got out at the right time. And I think that, you're gonna find the right person. And it's like, I would never want to live a life where I talk about this quote a lot, but it's like, we're always scared that we're going to die, right? But we forget to live in the moment. So it's like every single day that we have is so precious. And why are we going to be stuck in something that is unhappy, that is making us unhappy? That's actually wasting more of those days that, you are counting on. So I really think back to that quote a lot and that way of thinking, because I think it's so powerful.
right. Well said. And I think here's the thing, these people who don't like this, too bad. Like, the train has
Yeah.
left the station. Like, we're
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
putting this genie back in the bottle. I mean, it is national,
Totally.
it's international. And I think that's what drives some people crazy who want to keep women small.
Yeah.
What parting
Yes.
words would you have for women before we wrap up, Molly?